Room 21 Rockstar families, and welcome to another edition of the Room 21 Rockstar Weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are all staying dry and warm with all of this wet weather. It looks like it is finally going to pass by, and that some sunshine is going to be able to peek through the clouds. I just had to start off by thanking all of you for coming out to Back to School Night last Tuesday. You know, attendance was amazing. You guys were so engaged, had wonderful questions, and really just made the night a lot of fun. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It was amazing. If you have any questions from Back to School Night or that came up after you went home, please feel free to let me know, and I'll be sure to answer those for you. I do want to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week. This week's Rockstar was Michael Cordero. Michael was absolutely exceptional in two areas. Number one, he has worked to improve his greetings. When he comes in the morning, he has a firm handshake, he has great eye contact, and he's asking a question in return, as the Barrett Academy Constitution states, and his effective effort in all content areas without any reminders has been incredible. So that is why Michael is this week's Rockstar of the Week. Congratulations goes out to Michael. So, in this week's Friday folder, the first graded homework, or the first graded work of the year, came home. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to let me know. But on the top of all graded assignments are those numbers, and that tells you your scholars' scores in each of the strands. And we talked a little bit about that at Back to School Night, but I can always answer any questions that you may have about grading. So please feel free, shoot me an email or call me, and I will be sure to answer that. Also, concerning grades, interims will be coming home this Thursday. You're going to receive this year both a Barrett Academy interim based on your scholar's progress with the Barrett Academy Constitution, and you'll be receiving a Stafford County Public Schools interim detailing your scholar's academic progress. So please make sure you just sign and return one copy of each of those, and just look it over with your scholar so that they so that you guys can have a good conversation about that. You know, your scholars are absolutely rocking. I'm so incredibly proud of them. So keep an eye for the interim coming home on Thursday. Also on Thursday, this October 8th, this very Thursday is Picture Day. So make sure your scholar dresses however you would like them to for Picture Day as well. We will have DARE coming up on Tuesday. And finally, tomorrow, remind your scholar to wear their Room 21 Rockstar t-shirt that they received at the beginning of the year. Tomorrow we are working on eliminating bullying, and wearing blue is what we are doing tomorrow. So if your scholar can wear their Rockstar t-shirt, that would be wonderful. Okay, families, I'm going to send you over to the weekly strategy session, and then I'll see you on the other end. Okay, Room 21 Rockstars, here we are on our Class Weebly page. A couple of quick announcements just to show you on down here. We'll have the focus of the week a little later today, but also our Academy House standings. They're pretty awesome, but remember, every single point counts, so keep those in mind as you are completing the VODCAST and many other things. So, let's go right over to the VODCAST section today, guys. I have a ton of strategies up here ready to rock and roll just for you. So this week, we are starting division in class, but I do have a lot of review of multiplication from last week. Remember, it's kind of our class goal to clean up that computation and make sure that we are accurate with our answers. You know, maybe that requires doing a problem 2 times. Maybe that requires doing the box method 1 time and traditional method the second time and comparing your answers. But you all know how to use the strategies of the box method and traditional method and partial products, but you have to make sure that we are accurate. So I have 2 different activities here for you to do this week to practice that accuracy. The first one, this site right here, is simply just going to be multiplication problems, okay, without being in word problems. I will give you a half point for each of those that you complete if you bring in and show me all of your work, okay? And I am going to be checking for that accuracy. Remember to make your work neat on the page, and that's going to ensure success, guys. That's really, really important. Now, the second link is actually going to be some multiplication word problems, okay? I'm going to give each of those a point each because that's really what I want you to focus on. You know, when the numbers are in context just like that. So here's a sample problem. Just make sure you show all your work, bring it in, and you can get yourself some house points. And finally, we do have some distributed property practice, okay? Also at IXL, you can get a point for each of those. I do want to just go over very quickly to Microsoft Word. I just want to let's create a new document really quickly and review distributive property. Okay, so remember how we talked about there are two reasons why you would want to use the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Good. Make sure we have that down because we always know we have to be adding the products together. Okay, so it is a distributive property of multiplication over addition. Here's a sample problem. Okay, we have 26 times 7. Okay, so we want to make this a little faster for ourselves. We want to be able to break it apart and make it easier, so maybe we can actually multiply this in our mind rather than doing it on paper. So the distributive property would say that we should break it up. So we have to choose one of the numbers to break apart. Now, 7 is a pretty small, friendly number, so let's break up 26. Let's break it up into 20 and 6. And then what do we do, guys, as soon as we have broken up the one number? Yeah, we just multiply both sides of that by 7. Okay, and let me just bring that together there for you. And when we multiply both sides by 7, we then add our two products together, and you will get your answer to 26 times 7. Okay, so 20 times 7 is 140, plus 6 times 7, which is 42. And when you add those together, you get 182, which is 26 times 7. So one reason we would use the distributive property of multiplication over addition is simply to break numbers apart to make it easier for us to multiply. And remember, it's always over addition. So there's that addition symbol. We're breaking apart those numbers, multiplying, finding our products, and then adding the two products together to find our final product. Okay. Another way, and remember I said my sister uses this a lot when she's teaching her high school students, okay, would be if I have something that looks like this. Now remember, this is called an expression. Okay, it's not a number sentence because it does not have the equal sign. Okay, that's kind of how we're changing our vocabulary right there. What does it mean when I have a number pulled up to a parenthesis, guys, without a symbol, such as right here? What do you think? Yes, that means that we multiply, okay? So you could even put in a multiplication symbol there if that helps you. You just have to make sure you have that part of it down. And then what we do is we simply distribute. So we are going to distribute the 3 to the 4 and then distribute the 3 to the 9. So it's going to look a little something like this. You're going to take 3 times 4, because remember we said when the number is pulled up to a parenthesis, that means that we multiply. And then we're going to add, because once again, this is a distributive property of multiplication over what? Over addition. And then we're going to take 3 times 9, and then we have those two numbers there, and we would simply multiply our two sets there, and then add together the products to find our final product. Okay, and what we're doing is simplifying. Okay, so we would have 12 plus 27, and 12 plus 27 would be 39. So those are the two reasons why we would use the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Now, if we go back over to the website, okay, there is a chance for you to earn some points for that. And we're going to be working on distributive property more this week because it is a very tough concept, guys. You guys all did a very nice job on your quick check on Friday, but we're going to keep on practicing and practicing and practicing so we can connect those neurons. But you can get a point for each of those if you go about it. We do have a new math riddle of the week, 5 house points if you go ahead and solve it. Okay, and finally, I have some problems that you can practice involving the multiplication of numbers. So the first one states there are a total of 67 vehicles in the K. Waller Barrett parking lot each day. 49 of those vehicles are cars, and the rest are motorcycles. That's a little bit of a stretch. How many total wheels are in the parking lot each day? So make sure you notice and wonder. Okay, show me all your work, label all of your representations, and bring that in. You can get 2 house points for that one. And then I thought this was cool. This is actually real. I looked up this fact online. It says the average meat eater, meaning a human, if you're a vegetarian, this might not apply to you, eats 28 chickens per year. If there are 24 students in our class, how many chickens does our class eat in 1 year? It's pretty crazy when you figure that out. Make sure you notice and then wonder. And make sure you notice, and wonder, and you'll be very successful with that, guys. Okay, you've been doing a very nice job with that. I'm just looking once again, is your work neat? Are you organizing everything, and are you coming upon an answer that seems reasonable to you? Okay, so I have a ton here this week for math. So many ways to get house points. Go ahead and give it a chance. In reading this week, we're moving over to sequencing. Okay, we're trying to go a little beyond first, next, then last. Different things like that, and I'll show you what I mean tomorrow in class. But to kind of get you kicked off, I did find this pretty cool video. If you go ahead and write down the sequence of events in the video, at least make sure you put down 5. You can get some house points as well. Okay, these words in this chart right here are words that signal sequence or chronological order. You're going to hear me say that word a lot over the next couple of weeks. And, you know, whenever you're looking in your book at home or your guided reading book that you're reading or your 40 book goal that you're reading, look for these words. If you find them, write down the sentence that they are in, and you can earn 3 house points. Some of these, you know, you see all the time, but other ones, you know, are not as, they're a little more hidden within the text. So give that a try. I love this week's writing fix of the week, guys. It involves, imagine a world where sharks swim in the forest and somehow you find yourself lost in the woods. Make sure you include some sizzling vocab there, okay? And you can earn yourself 5 house points, and I will have you share that during sacred writing time this week. And finally, we are switching over to social studies finally. For the year. We've been doing science so far. With social studies, you're going to be starting the most awesome project tomorrow. But in the meantime, I thought I would end with a very, very, very cool video that kind of sums up what the land looks like that we live on. Because our major objective over the next 2 weeks is to figure out what are the physical characteristics, meaning what does the land look like? What is it made up of? What are the characteristics of it? Across our entire country, because it's certainly different, and that's going to play such a huge role in the history of the United States, which we'll be studying a little later. So I'm going to end with this video. The secret hashtag for this week before we go on, and if you watched the beginning of the VODCAST, I did give you a little bit of a hint, is hashtag spider invasion, and you will find out what that means tomorrow. But tomorrow you have to say that hashtag when you come in with a look of terror on your face, and you'll get yourself 5 house points, okay? So, a look of terror on your face, hashtag spider invasion, and you can get yourself your house points. And now I'm going to end with this video, guys, and then I'll send it right back over to Mr. Riker. Sing me something I never heard before. I wanna hear the sounds. I wanna hear them loud. All the things that seem to slip away from me are here inside this room, waiting to surface. Sing to me, sing me something I never heard before. I wanna hear Okay, guys, so you can finish watching the rest of that right here at this link, or you can check it out in class tomorrow. But just a little backstory with that, that man actually went the entire way across the country and had a video camera on his dash cam the entire time filming what the land looks like. And it looks quite dramatically different. Boy, would that be a fun trip. One final thing I want to point out to you guys, you've been doing an amazing job with it this year. Getting down those math facts would include our first in math. You know, Rockstar Families, the first in math logins came in last Friday in the Friday folder. And the top 5 players in our class right now are Ian, Brady, Noah, Ben, and Jack. So congratulations to those 5. Brady is currently the player of the day. So very nice job. An amazing way to practice those math facts at home. And now I'm going to send you guys back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Okay, Room 21 Rockstars, I hope that those strategies were successful. Give me some feedback. Are they working? Are they not working? Too much, too little? If you have any questions concerning the interims, Rockstar Families, or anything like that, please feel free to let me know as well. And I did promise that I would give you a little sneak peek of class tomorrow. So all that I am going to say, okay, because I already gave you the secret hashtag for the week, which is hashtag spider invasion, but I am just going to zoom the camera right over just a tiny hair to these set of desks, and that's all I'm going to show you. I think that's all I can really give away for today, but I hope that you are pumped and ready for class tomorrow. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. You can email me or call me at any time, because you are all the best families in Stafford County. Hashtag for real. And I will see you guys next week.